Just want to go over a few of these terms with you on insurance. These are supposed to really be a class discussion. So if you have issues or you're not sure about anything, you can always Google things and look it up and find out more. You can also talk to me, ask me a question, or request a meet or something, and we can talk more about it. These are some real things. Eventually, you will deal with in real life. So it's something you'll either learn now or learn the hard way later when something bad happens and you got to figure it out. So a good thing to kind of talk about now. So some terms here: liability. That basically means that you're responsible. You cause something to happen, which means you have to pay up. All right. So if you run a red light and hit somebody, you're at fault. That means you're getting a ticket and you're going to have to pay for any damage you cause to property or other people's vehicles, any hospital bills, that kind of thing. So that's what liability is. It says here it goes beyond your car because, again, that can be you hurt a person, you tear up their property, maybe your gas pedal sticks. I mean, things like that happen, and you run through a fence and tear up someone's yard. Things like that can get expensive. You might even hit their house or a store or something like that. So it does include hospital bills, property damage, any kind of anything you cause that might cost money. You're responsible for it. All right, there's quizzes through there, and you will need you to go through and make sure you take those for credit. So I'll give you a chance to go back. You can look at those and take them. Reasons to have insurance: it's really expensive when stuff happens. If you get in just a little minor, just kind of rear end someone at slow speed or something, it's going to cost you probably $3,000 minimum. Things are expensive. By the time you start fixing vehicles, especially fix two vehicles, it gets expensive fast. So car accidents, they're going to cost. And like I said, maybe you don't care about your car, but if you hit someone else, you have to pay up, or they can take you to court and get the money from you. So that's why you have insurance. Not for yourself and your own car, for the other people, because they will make you pay if you don't do it on your own. Property damage, it's easy to get up in tens of thousands of dollars. Like if you crashed into someone's fence and took it out, or tore up something in their yard, hit their vehicle, I mean, it doesn't take long. Bodily injury, that quickly gets in hundreds of thousands of dollars. If someone has to be flown somewhere, I mean, that's like 30 to 50,000 right there. If someone goes into surgery, that's probably 50 to 100,000. I mean, things add up quick. So it's stuff you just can't afford. You just really can't. No one has this kind of money unless you're a millionaire. So that's why you have insurance. All right, premiums. That's what you pay on a regular basis, usually either per paycheck or per month. Most people pay premiums every 2 weeks, comes out of their paycheck, but that's a premium. It's what you pay on a regular basis. Claim is essentially a request for money. When something happens, you file a claim. Like you hit someone, you file a claim, and you tell insurance what happened, and they send you the money. That's the short version of it. So it's a request for money from using your insurance, basically. Deductibles, that's going to be part of your plan. That's the money you pay up front before you get any money back. So the higher, and you may have heard the term high deductible, the higher your deductible, the cheaper your premiums are. That's your trade-off. So you can pay a cheaper monthly rate, but when something happens, you've got to pay maybe $1,000, $2,000 first, and then insurance picks up the rest. So that's a deductible. It's that first part you have to pay. All right, coverages. You're going to see these throughout the work. PIP, personal injury protection. So that covers any medical bills for you or anyone in your vehicle. Right? So if someone gets hurt, if you get hurt, or anybody in the vehicle gets hurt, that comes out of personal injury protection. All right, and then bodily injury. That covers anybody in the other vehicles or on the street or anyone outside of your vehicle. That's the bodily injury part. Property damage, anything that someone else owns that you tear up, that's property damage. Uninsured motorist protection. So here's the thing. Some people just don't have insurance. It's illegal, but still some people do it. People do illegal things. Someone hits you and they don't have insurance, you're kind of out of luck. You can, and two, you could take them to court and sue them for whatever they owe you. But if they don't have any income and they don't work, you can't get the money. If it's just not there, you can't get it. So you will have uninsured motorist protection will be part of any plan. Unfortunately, you do have to pay a little bit of that yourself. It's kind of stinks, but you do have to pay for that. Some other coverages, comprehensive, that's optional. If you have a new car, you probably want comprehensive. That just covers everything. Tree falls on your car, paint chips fly off, just anything that could happen. A kid takes a rock and scrapes your car, something, any weird thing. It is the most expensive because it covers everything. All right, collision damage, that covers your car if there's any kind of wreck involved. It doesn't matter who's at fault, it covers it. If you owe money on a car, if you are still paying payments, you will have to have collision insurance. The bank will make you do that because they want to make sure they get their money if something happens. So they want to make sure that, if nothing else, they can collect the insurance money on your behalf. You'll get nothing, but they will make you pay this coverage, and they will collect it if something happens to your vehicle that it can't be repaired. Rental insurance, that's if you get a rental car, it's one of those extra fees, but if you think about it, it's probably worth it because if you rent someone's car and you tear it up, you don't want to have to pay the whole price for it. So that rental insurance covers if something did happen. And really, you'll find if you don't already feel this way, and I didn't as a teenager, but when you get older and you start to have some experiences, you realize things happen really quick and they're unpredictable. And hopefully you don't have that happen to you, but most adults at some point do. And you realize that wrecks happen really quick and you're out of control of it. So anyway, it's not a bad idea to have that rental insurance. Roadside assistance, that's an extra thing you can get for your insurance if you want it. If you break down or any reason your car can't move, battery dead, engine died, wreck, whatever, they will come and assist you and tow you to wherever you need to go. All right, and a scenario here. We'll talk about this and then we'll run through the math part of it. There'll be a few problems like this. You've got to figure out the math, see if you understand these terms. So you've got a $25,000 property damage coverage. And you have a $1,000 deductible. All right, so what that means is you can tear up to $25,000 worth of someone's property and your insurance company will cover it. Now, if you tear up $30,000 worth of property, they will cover up to 25. You have to take care of all the rest. That's how it works. Basically, you can go as high as you want with this kind of coverage. The higher it is, the more you pay per month. That's the trade-off. You can make it lower. You pay less per month, but if something happens, you're covered for less. That's basically how it works. $1,000 deductible means if you tear up something, no matter what, you are paying the first $1,000. Period. No exceptions. That's on you. Then your insurance kicks in, picks up the rest. That's how a deductible works. So I gave you the scenario, you slide them some ice. I mean, that can happen to anyone, believe it or not. You might feel like you're completely in control of that, but I promise you, it can happen. You take out a street light and you hit a store window. All right, these things happen. Well, the damage to the street light was $3,500. The damage to the store was $7,300. And trust me, it doesn't take long to run up totals like that. That happens in an instant. Promise. You can look it up. It's true. So how much do you pay for this claim? All right. Well, we damaged a street light. It was $3,500. We also damaged a store, and it was $7,300. So total, we did $10,800 in damage. So we're covered for $25,000. This is less than $25,000, so our insurance is going to pick it up. That is the good news. So we are covered. They're going to pick it up. So yes, we're covered. Now, what do we owe? Well, we've got to pay our $1,000 deductible, and then anything over $25,000 in damage. Well, we didn't go over $25,000, so we're fully covered, but we do have to pay that $1,000 for the deductible, and then we're done. Okay, so there's some more scenarios like this to run through. That's basically what the homework is about, to test and see if you understand these concepts and how they work. Let me know if you have any questions. We can talk through it. Again, this was meant to be a discussion in the first place, so I welcome discussion. Again, this is one of those things you will learn. You will learn either now when it's easy in high school and free, or you'll learn when something bad happens and you have to use your insurance and you're fighting the company trying to get money from them and trying to understand how it all works. So good thing to know now so you can save you a headache later.